So welcome to Module 1 of the Executive Finance Programme at Said Oxford Business School. And we've had a great week during orientation where we've been able to talk and see everybody's backgrounds, a little bit about why you're doing the course and what you want to get out of it. And it's been a real privilege to get to know you and also to see that real diversity and wealth of different backgrounds and different ambitions for the course and different levels of current knowledge of finance and where you're starting from and where you're going to get to. It's really going to make for a very good, positive executive course. That's what it's all about, really, is learning and pulling on not just the support that we will give you, but also the support of each other. So I'm delighted that it's such a real richly experienced group. And I'm hoping that all of you will benefit from that. During the discussions, during the weeks, I will be uploading a video every week, and that will from now on start to have a reflection on the week that's just gone by, as well as looking forward at the module that we're coming up to do. And do remember that at any point, if you come up with a question, either just generally speaking or as part of the assignments, there's a place in the system, or you can just reach out to me, tag me into your comments, so I can help. Similarly, it's very useful to talk to one another, and particularly with the discussion forums, as you will have seen, it's a nice opportunity to start to interact with one another, particularly on a course like this. It's an important part of the learning. So I encourage you to respond to each other's comments, and as you're going through researching, finding out interesting pieces of information, please do make sure that you're sharing those, providing the links, providing the sources of your information that you're bringing, and then let's have an open discussion about that. I will input to those groups wherever is necessary, and I can support and guide, but do remember that they are your groups, and it's very important that you do interact with one another, and it just enriches that learning. So as I say, it was a pleasure to interact with you all this week, start to get to know you, and over the course now of Module 1, we're going to be looking at valuation. And we're not expecting you to become valuation experts, but what we are doing is we're going to use valuation as a lens through which we can introduce some of the principles and concepts that we're going to work through in Module 1 to introduce you to how we would value a business and what we might think about, how we'd value a project, how we might think about that, and using an assignment as well which is an Excel-based assignment, to support some of that thinking across a project that we will introduce to you. Now, when we're introducing that project, as I say, we're not expecting you to be valuation experts, but those principles and concepts and formulas that we will be introducing to you are served well by having that way of that valuation method. And I do encourage you to go through each module, and particularly in Module 1, going through in each module and really watching the videos, reading the transcripts, getting to know the data in the documents. And with when you come to do the assignment, that will serve you well, because you've got then the grounding, you've got the templates that we provide for you. And I would just encourage you to realise that we're not trying to catch you out in any way. We're providing you with templates there to help and support your progress through that. So I would encourage you, if you get stuck, to again comment. We have a place particularly for assignments. If you've got any questions, just please tag me in. Indeed, you can ask one another for any advice as you go through, if people have tackled it one particular way, or you want input from people. But do tag me at Emma Sheldon if you are getting stuck or need support. That being said, I would encourage you to give things a go. Make sure that you're putting the formulas into the Excel-based assignments. We've got 4 of them. The last 2 are written. But do just have a go at it and enjoy it, because that's where the learning comes from. And what we're trying to do with these principles and concepts that we're introducing to you is help you to drive that executive level functioning really, and to critical thinking and analysis, so that when you're presented with numbers such as this, or when you need to present or support a decision, for example, that you're starting to think critically about where these numbers are coming from, what the assumptions are behind them, how they might have been created, and what the flaws, or the not necessarily flaws, but what the challenges might be with that data that you need to question or you need to explore to help you make those decisions. So you'll be asked to give a little bit of narrative, which should be succinct and to the point, but really once you've done the numbers, it will flow through to give that narrative clarity. So I just encourage you, when you're doing that narrative, to think about it as if you're presenting to a board, for example. So what would you say about these numbers in a succinct way? What would you say in response to the questions in this way? So I think that's a good way to look at it. And what we're trying to do is just give you and equip you with that confidence and that level of support. So it's been a real pleasure to engage with you over this period of orientation. I hope that you've managed to get to grips with the system and how we'll be working. Again, if you need any support, there's the support team who can help you. There's also myself, who you can tag in at Emma Sheldon, and of course each other. So really delighted to be working with you over this coming week. Just reach out if there's any issues, and looking forward to speaking in the week. Thank you.